One thing that makes Guthrie County such a great destination are the attractions.
Here's just a few of many great places to visit in your travels.
White Rock Conservancy is really more of a place that you can get away from the city, you can get away from your everyday life, and you don't have to drive very far to get there, but you feel a million miles away. There's lots of adventure, there's lots of outdoor activities. Right here there is a bed and breakfast with 5 rooms, and it is the historical farm of Roswell and Elizabeth Garst, and so is the farmstead. And this is actually where Khrushchev visited in 1959. And also here we actually converted the hired hands and chicken coop house to a little cottage we like to call the Hollyhock Cottage. We also have the Oak Ridge Farmhouse, which is a 5-bedroom farmhouse. It sits on about 4 acres and has plenty of outside room, a fire pit, a horseshoe pit, a garage, and sleeps about 13 people. And then also, to add to the repertoire of accommodations, we have a carriage house that sleeps 7 and has a full kitchen, and we also have a really cool rustic 3-season cabin that sits on the banks of the Middle Raccoon River. It's got a fenced-in little acreage with a private pond and river access, a shower house, and an outhouse, so it's a whole lot of fun, and you're really away from everybody when you're out there. We offer mountain biking and gator rental and fishing. You could rent a canoe or a tube and float down our 8 miles of the Middle Raccoon River. There's a lot of things to do. You can really find yourself on an adventure at White Rock.
The golf course hosted the Iowa Open for about 16 years. Last year we just put in a fully double-row irrigated irrigation system. The golf course is in wonderful shape. It stretches out to about 7,400 yards, a variety of different tees, ranges from the forward tees about 5,100 yards and again up to about 7,400 yards. It can get as hard as you'd like to get it. I mean, yesterday we hosted the pre-qualifier for the Principal Classic. We had 21 50-plus individuals that played for 5 spots. We had them play at about 6,800 yards. Only 2 of those individuals broke par. 2 weeks prior to that, we had the Iowa PGA Match Play Championship out here. The first 4 holes when you play you've got 2 par 5s that are pretty reachable. The first 4 holes are somewhat open, so starting on hole number 5 through 18, the golf course gets really good. You have to hit the ball very straight. The greens are the largest greens in Iowa in square footage. Right now, with the new irrigation system, we've been able to keep those greens a little quicker than we normally have. They've got a lot of slope on them, and the golf course can get pretty difficult if we want to set it up that way. Although we don't, we like to try to get our rounds played in about 4.5 hours out here. So we tend to put, especially on the weekends, we encourage people to get up there to about 6,600 yards, and we tend to put the pins in somewhat easy locations so that the players can get to them and shoot some pretty good scores. So the golf course is very good. Again, it can get as difficult as we want to get it, but we try to keep it at about 6,700 yards with fairly easy pin placements.
We have a lot of folks that come in from out of state or outside of 50 miles from Springbrook, and the thing that I hear most that they like to see here, or when they get here, is our campground amenities and obviously our wildlife that we have. Most of our property is a wooded rolling land. We have 1,000 acres here at Springbrook State Park. The facilities mostly were built back in the CCC days in 1930 to 1939. Our beach house, the dam, the lake, shelter houses, cabins, those are all CCC. Folks, when they do come enjoy the campground, we have 120 campsites here at Springbrook, and 81 of those are electric. We have playground equipment, horseshoe pits, basketball court, and a sand volleyball court in the campground. We have trails, numerous trails all over the facilities and grounds here. Of course, we have a 17-acre lake that probably has our most popular trail going around it. People enjoy seeing the deer, turkey, fox. I met my future wife here. She's originally from Panora area. We now have 3 kids, and we are very active into the sports programs and the community in Guthrie Center. And she is originally from Panora, so we do a lot of activities over there as well. It's a great place to raise kids. The school system, I guess, is small enough that the kids have an opportunity to play sports, and everybody in the community seems to support each other with whatever special events are going on in the area. Our community comes out to Springbrook and supports us, and in turn we also support the community from Springbrook. So, very tight community, but we welcome everybody to come and enjoy what Springbrook and Guthrie County has to offer.
Guthrie County is really fortunate to have such a wonderful museum right here in their own backyard. Many counties do have historical villages, but they don't have the number of buildings or the number of artifacts that we have here at our facility. A lot of visitors who have been to many museums all over the country and around the world are very impressed when they come here and say this is probably one of the best museums they've ever been to. It has grown and has changed in the last 40 years. A lot of our residents here in Guthrie County might have been here 10 years ago, but if they would come today, they would realize that it's a lot different than it was 10 years ago, and they'd see a lot of different things. The Guthrie County Historical Village started in 1968 with the acquisition of the Panora Depot. They moved it about 10 blocks down to our complex. And from there, over the last 40 years, we've grown to 12 buildings and a caboose. And our buildings include 1851 log house that was the first structure in Panora. We also have Cass No. 7 Country School, which is a standard school from approximately the 1920s. The New Bethel Church, which was built in 1913, and the Monteith Store, which was the original store in the town of Monteith that was moved to the museum. The museum's open to the public. Generally, families come. People who have donated items will come and bring friends and family. We also get a lot of visitors from the conference center who are looking for things to do, or people who are just passing through and happen to see our sign.
Guthrie County offers you so many other great attractions and places to stay while in Guthrie County, like White Pole Road, or known as the Great White Way, a historic highway that followed along the Chicago, Rock Island, and Pacific Railroad from Des Moines to Council Bluffs.
Along this scenic highway, you'll discover fun things like wagon trails, Jesse James site, the Happy Gas Station Man, along with the infamous bank robbery of Bonnie and Clyde.
Plus, don't miss the Lennon Mill Park, a great place to stop, fish, watch the rapids, or enjoy the many amenities of the park. You'll find horseshoe pits, great camping, and lots more.
Or enjoy a bike ride on the Raccoon River Valley Bike Trail, an incredible 56-mile-long paved trail along the branches of the beautiful Raccoon River through Greene, Guthrie, and Dallas counties, filled with scenic beauty, native grasses, and a great family fun activity.
Or even spend time canoeing or kayaking on the Raccoon River. Either way, you'll discover nature's finest and family fun. And let's not forget one of Guthrie County's greatest attractions, Lake Panorama.
Lake Panorama is a 1,400-acre lake loaded with great fun and is the largest private lake resort development in Iowa with over 31 miles of shoreline.
Enjoy boating, skiing, tubing, or just a day in the sun relaxing. Either way, Lake Panorama brings thousands to the county each and every year. And there are a few beautiful homes on the lake that still can be yours.
And if swimming is your thing, stop by and cool off at the Guthrie County Aquatic Center. You'll find water slides, diving boards, a zero entry area for the little ones, and a whole lot of fun.